Welcome, ladies and gents, my name is Curci, and we are playing Mad Max. As you can see, I am in a little bit of a desert right now. That's because that's the way the world is now. It is just one big giant desert. No more oceans, lakes, rivers, forests, none of that. It's just one desert entirely. Because this is a very post-apocalyptic world, which there is a survival aspect to this game where you gotta find water, you gotta find food in order to regain your health. I have a little container of water. If you look in the bottom left, you can see the little icon for it. People have become insane now. They've given in to their animal instincts. They're very savage. It's a really, really brutal world now, and I want to kind of show some of that off real quick. Before I do that, this is my car right here. This is the Magnum Opus. Vehicles in this world are very, very important. So I have my car tricked out here a lot. I have a ram on the front of it. I have these bars on the side of it that are like my armor, and then I also have like these spikes that are used to kind of defend myself against people that may want to board my my vehicle, and they'll just basically impale themselves. This is Chum Bucket. Chum Bucket is my mechanic. He can help me out if I need repairs, if my car gets damaged. But we're just going to jump into this and kind of show off some of the open world aspects of this game. And one of the things that is most important about an open world is that you have to have enough things to do. I can't be in this open world and there be nothing there. So basically, scavenging is a really important thing in this game. So basically, you want to go to a lot of these scavenge locations. I'm actually going to set my marker right there, and I'm going to start heading over there right now. Scavenge locations are good for finding scrap, and scrap is like your currency in this game. You need it to upgrade the Magnum Opus. You need it to upgrade Max himself. Because one of the things that I did recently is I actually gave Max a jacket, but I needed to use scrap for that. So I'm actually going to go over here, and there's probably going to be some enemies right here. Yep, there's some enemies. Yep, they're engaging me right now. They were lying in wait, so I'm going to have to engage these guys. So I can do a sort of swipe right, like, hold up, like a ram like that, a side swipe attack. Oh boy. Let's see if we can draw these guys out into the open, actually, before I start talking about vehicle combat, which is definitely a thing in this game. Vehicle combat is very, very, very important. All right, these guys are going to try to come after me. There they are, up there at the top of that hill. I'm going to try to draw them out over here. I have a better advantage on them out in the open. Come on, guys. Yeah, here they come. So I also have a nitrous boost, which I just used right there. But I also have a harpoon. I'm actually going to try to pull the driver right out of the car, just like that. So now that car is disabled. I just ran into a bunch of rocks there. This guy's right on my ass. Use nitrous. There we go. We got this. I'm going to try to ram him. Damn it, missed. Here we go. We got this. There we go. So I have this side swiping move, which I'm doing right now to kind of give most of the damage. And now he's probably going to try to run away. Boom! Alright, I think that guy actually survived. Yep, he definitely did. I'm going to get out right now. Show off some of the hand-to-hand combat, very much like Batman. I parry when I'm prompted, and then I just kind of mash X, and now he's dead. Now, because I destroyed that vehicle, I can collect some scrap here. And right away, you can see Chum Bucket. I forgot his name for a second. Chum Bucket is already adding repairs to it. I can also do a quick repair if I wanted to. Like if I wanted to hit X, I could do a quick repair, which will consume scrap. But Chum Bucket, just if you wait a little bit, Chum Bucket will take care of things for you. So then harpoon is very important because you can pull guys out of the vehicles like I just did earlier. But you can also, pull parts off of a car. And depending on the kind of enemy that you're going after, sometimes you need to level up your harpoon. Right now I have a level 1 harpoon. This is actually fairly early in the game for me. I have a level 1 harpoon, so I can only really take out really low level vehicles. Is there another vehicle right here? Alright, so watch right. So see how like right now it's telling me I need a level 4 harpoon to kind of pull off that wheel. But I'm actually I don't need a level 4 harpoon to pull that guy off, and he's over there now. So there we go. Fishing for guys is really one of my favorite things to do in this game. You just kind of launch them out of their cars. Oh, there's still bad guys. Let's go ahead and fight these guys. I'm going to parry. I mean, this game is published by the same people that published the Batman Arkham game, so obviously a little bit of inspiration when it comes to the combat. Now, I've actually unlocked Fury. By doing a lot of chain hits, I unlock Fury, which means that my punches do more damage. And I can also do a drop kick. Then I can also use a shiv to finish guys off like that. But I've also consumed a shiv. So I'm going to have to either find one or return to one of my my allies' bases to get it restocked. But let's go ahead and search this area for some scrap. Looks like there's some scrap over here. And looks like there's another piece of scrap somewhere. There it is. And this place should be 100% looted. Bam. Easy. Done. Very quick. So, here's the thing, Lou. We talked a little bit about some of the things you could do in this game, but this is like, you know, there are some scavenge locations that have water. You can see it by like the little water drip right there. These are intel. So I can go up to other wastelanders and they can tell me very useful information like where other scavenge locations are. And then there's these little camps right here. So this camp right here, basically every area has a threat level. So if you look up here in the top right, this is Jeet's territory, and there's also a 3. Every territory starts at level 5, and as you as you take out camps, as you take out, these right here are scarecrows. Every time you pull those down, it's going to lower that threat level. And there are also snipers. You take out snipers, it'll do the same exact thing. So it'll lower the threat level a little bit. And, you know, I'm not 100% sure what happens when you either get to 1 or 0. I assume no enemies are around, and I guess you get bonuses. But actually, let's actually go ahead and we'll mark that oil pump. We're going to go ahead and take that camp from the enemy. So let's go over back to the Magnum Opus, and we'll start driving our way over there. So what's interesting about camps is that once you take them over, your allies will take control of them, and over time they'll just give you scrap. You'll notice, like, while you're traveling out in the world, while you're out in free roam, all of a sudden you'll say, oh, your allies from your camp, or the allies from the camps that you've captured are now going to give you 60 scrap or something. So it's really useful to kind of do that. So this is the oil refinery right here. I'm actually going to pop out of the back here and pull out my sniper rifle. I'm going to try to kind of scan it real quick, see what the defenses are. I hear a vehicle. Well, that guy's got some scrap on him. He saw me. So I don't see any defense. Sometimes there's going to be a lot of defenses like snipers. And you definitely don't want to alert the entire camp, because then everybody's going to be like that. So you see at the top of there, it says what? It's like a little meter for camp alerted. You don't want to fill that up, although I've never actually officially attacked an area and, you know, not filled it up. So we have a couple of things here. Let's actually go back out and I'll point some things out here. So that right there is the main gate. And there's actually a flamethrower that's, you know, kind of defending it. So I have to take out that flamethrower by disabling it, and somewhere on the walls there's going to be a tank, and I can use my harpoon to kind of pull it down. Those right there are Molotov towers. Actually, there's the tank I was just... Oh boy, retreat. Pull back. So they've fully been alerted to me. I was just kind of sitting in their front, and I just basically was asking them to attack me. But this is a Molotov tower. They'll basically just like slingshot Molotovs toward you. Let's actually zoom in a little bit. See that right there is the tank, where that's the tank I got to pull down in order for me to get through the front entrance. But this guy right here, that's a war crier, and basically he will give people a buff. So since the camp is already fully alerted, I'm just going to go ahead and shoot him. He's dead. And actually, let's see if I can take out the tank. Boom, tank's down. Alright, so let's go back in. I'll take out some of these Molotov towers with the harpoon. And then we can probably get in to the base. So we got to be very careful here. Fire the harpoon, and we're going to pull it down. Just like that. Taking a little bit of damage here. Let's actually have Chum Bucket do some repairs real quick. Come on, buddy. Now, while he's doing repairs, let's talk about something else. We talked about water and how that's really an important resource. But another resource that is that you consume is fuel. So if you look in the bottom right, you see there's my harpoon. You can see the health kind of going up. That's the health of the car. But over on the left, there's that yellow meter. That's my fuel. As I'm driving around and using nitrous and stuff, I'm consuming fuel. So sometimes I have to go out and I have to find fuel tanks to kind of refuel my vehicle. At the top of that, meter is like a little white meter. That's my nitrous. So I have 2 charges before I have to wait for it to recharge. I totally just crashed right there. So let's go ahead and take out this other tower. We're just going to pass it like that, pull it down. All right, awesome. So now we've taken out one of the flamethrowers. Now we have to take out the other. So we have to, there's the fuel tank right there. We're going to do the same thing. Fire the harpoon, pull it down. Just like that. And now we've eliminated the perimeter defenses. So what we can do is we can now attack the camp. So I'm just going to drive right in through the front gate here. I have to back up. See, I thought I could fire the harpoon and pull it down, but I guess not. I'm going to use my nitrous. Boom! Alright, so we're now in. Alright, let's get out. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I just Austin Powers myself a little bit. Alright, so there's some fuel tanks right there if I wanted to refuel my car or store one in the back. But we have some enemies right here. Now, I do have a gun. So if I wanted to, I could just quick fire like that, or I can aim and shoot. But I don't like to use my gun all too much because, again, just like everything else in this world, ammo, very scarce. So I don't want to use it unless I absolutely have to. So let's go ahead and engage these guys. Just take out him. Now I can use melee weapons, like this guy right here is using a melee weapon. So if I take him out, I can actually pick up this weapon like this, and I can use it in this fight like that. Now, melee weapons, not very durable, so I use them in the middle of fights, but then after the fight, I just kind of drop them. But I've taken a little bit of damage there, so we're just going to take a swig of water, just kind of give myself some more health, and then we'll go and blow up this oil refinery, or this, I guess it's not really an oil refinery, it's a oil pump. Kind of cut off the war faction in the area from fuel and using it for ourselves instead. So we have 10 pieces of scrap in this area. So let's do a quick search for all this scrap. Oh, I thought that was scrap. Never mind. I am mistaken. My apologies. There's a ladder over here. Oh, more scrap over here. I always have to go after scrap, because scrap is really one of the most important resources in this game, so you can level things up. Actually, let's talk about leveling things up. So if I actually go over here to the garage, I can actually go ahead and add things to the magnum opus. So more specifically, let's talk about rims. So if I use this right here, if I actually preview, you can see that I'm going to add some spikes on my rims right there. So if I start grinding up against enemy vehicles, I'll actually do damage to them. But it's going to cost me 300 scrap. I have 438. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick install like that. Successfully installed. Bam. Now I have spikes on my tires. And it's just that easy. I don't have to go to any specific area to level up. I can just do it on the fly. And I think that's what's awesome. So we're just going to go ahead and move in just a little bit more. Now, there are also these, Scrotus is basically the villain of the game, and this is his war faction, so he's going to have these insignias, so you want to kind of take those out. It's almost like a collectible, I guess. And we have some ammo right here, so we'll restock on ammo. There we go. And I'm going to fall. I did not take damage. I thought I was going to take damage. I did not. Alright, so this door right here requires an explosion, which is actually now I realize why there were so many fuel tanks in this area. So I'm actually going to take this fuel tank right here, and I'm actually going to plant it right in front of this door, and then I'm going to ignite it, and it becomes a bomb. And now it's going to explode. Boom! And now I have an entrance for me to exploit. Oh, there's another war crier. There are actually 2 war criers in this building. That's kind of interesting. I'm actually going to shoulder ram this guy like that. And I'm going to shiv him. Oh, cut his throat. Wait, what? How'd I cut his throat and he not die? He's immortal. Take him out. Oh, this is cool. All right, so sometimes there are historical relics, and I really like these because it actually has Max reminisce on what the world was like before. So if we actually pick this up, Will, don't go inside. They killed Dad. They took all supplies. Run. So sometimes there are going to be like little pictures, and it'll be like a toilet, and somebody will be like, hey, look, I have a new toilet. Like, we just installed it. And then Max will be like, yeah, that was back when we used to pollute clean water. And I'm like, that's really deep. Like, this is a world in which, like, water is really one of the most important resources. And right now, we pee in it and we poop in it. So it's like, Max is like, I can't believe we were that stupid. And it's just, to me, it was like, oh, that's really cool. So, I don't know, it made me happy. That I like that the game is fully aware of what it is. So let's go ahead and move over here. Looks like we have another explosive door. Which here... Oh boy, a storm is coming. Storms are intense. And I'm really happy this is happening in the video. So I'm going to try to take out this camp before the storm hits. Because the storm is... Storms are no joke. Alright, looks like we have food here. So food... I can pick up food and I will instantly refill my health. Little Dinky D. Dinky D dog food I'm eating. Shove it in my mouth. And food is food. So, oh, there's the storm. Yep. So it's a good thing that I'm inside this, because if I was outside, there'll be debris like that. Debris will just start flying all over the place and lightning will start straight. Jesus! This is intense. Like, I'm inside of a building, but it's... Just imagine driving around in this. Your car will get wrecked. Oh, sweet, there's water. Let's go ahead and restock our water. So it's always better to be inside of shelter when a storm hits and just kind of wait it out. I mean, you'll get resources more because stuff is flying around and you'll find more scrap. But you don't want to be outside during a storm. Storms are brutal. Alright, so there's the war crier right there. There's a bunch of baddies. So I really want to take that guy out like that. I want to take out that war crier. I totally missed. Nope, I totally got him. Alright, so these guys are not going to get buffed up because I took out the war crier. Oh boy, this storm is really... I'm really nervous right now because there is a good chance that the lightning will strike where I am and kill me. So I don't like that I'm out in the open here. But this has got to happen. This is part of the world we live in. In the world of Mad Max. Alright, just take these guys out. Batman style. I gotta try to build up my fury. The more chain strikes I get... So you see in the top right there, the more strikes I hit, I'm kind of building up a meter. And I'm really taking a lot of damage here. I gotta full back. Just try to take a swig as much as I can. I'll do a quick shot. Alright, I build up my fury, which means I'll do more damage. I gotta get out. Move. Oh, I gotta blow that up too. Drink water, drink water, drink water. I'm out of water. No, I'm not. I'm really hurting. I'm really hurting. This is not good. Let's go up here. Alright, drink water. Drink, Rick. There we go. Just drink all of it. Drink all of it. There we go. We're good. We're going to continue the fight. There we go. He's dead. Now, those guys with, like, the white or the yellow skin, those guys will dodge some of your attacks. So you got to kind of counter them and then just smack them like that. I'm actually going to pick up his weapon because I know there are more baddies around. Or maybe they're not. Maybe I took everybody out. Maybe it's over. Alright, so basically what I gotta do now is I gotta blow up those, I gotta find fuel and blow those up. So hopefully there's fuel in this area right here. And there is. Found some fuel tanks. There's a Scrotus insignia. I'll take that out in a second. Come on. Here we go. Ignite and drop it. Bam. And then it'll go kaboom! And bam. I have taken out this camp. Now my buddies are going to move in. Allies have now populated the camp. We'll provide regular deliveries of scrap. So there you go. And I think this storm is past now that we've destroyed it. So that's Mad Max in a friggin' nutshell. It's a really intense game. I'm really lucky that storm hit while I was inside of a camp and not outside, because that would have wrecked me. Because, I mean, like, there's debris flying around, and that debris will collide into your car, and it'll just destroy your car. And then also, like, you'll get hit by debris and get tossed around. And there was a point in time where, like, my car got damaged and I had to get out of it, and then more, you know, debris was smacking me further and further away, and lightning was striking all over the place. So it was really intense. You do not want to be outside. But if you are, there is more scrap to be found, because stuff gets flying around. Scrap will pop up in certain places. So essentially you get more rewards if you go out in a storm, but you're asking for trouble if you do that. And I'm just picking up this fuel because I want to carry it to the Magnum Opus so I can store it. It's always good to have extra stuff on hand. But that's Mad Max, guys. So far I'm liking this game, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.